Hey guys, today we're going to watch the Davis Cup, which is an AI championship that will determine who is the best AI on the market right now. You might not know, but there is a strong community within Age of Empires 2 Definitive Edition of AI scripters. This is one of their tournaments, and you might remember a few years ago I did a video where I was playing and watching the Rehoboam, I'm not sure if I pronounced that correctly, that AI, and we could see how it was microing the archers, like every single archer will be hitting with full efficiency, never overkill and so forth, and Rehoboam is one of the finalists in this tournament. That final was with Rehoboam made by the Night Panda and Barbarian, as you might know, made by the Max, who is, yes, it's the Max, the Finnish pro player that has been one of the top players for many years. The Barbarian used to be the best, but the Max has stopped updating it for a while now, so back in that final we watched a few years ago, Rehoboam was actually beating Barbarian 4-0. But anyways, back to the Davis Cup. This is actually season 7. There were more than 200 custom AIs joining the tournament, and the Extreme AI in DE was actually one of them. The Extreme AI did lose in the round of 16, by the way. Bandit and the Night Panda has been so kind to provide us with the best 3 games of the grand final, which was a best of 7. In this grand final, we're going to have Rehoboam making a return, and we're also going to have the Immortal. And they're going to start off with a 1v1, and the special thing here is that not only do they play 1v1s, but we'll also see the AI play 2v2, 3v3, 4v4, and then it will go back to 1v1 again. The settings are pretty normal, except that the AI play on 2x speed. For a little bit more context on the AI themselves, Rehoboam, that I keep mispronouncing, is kind of a one-trick pony where they will usually play on Arabia, Persians or Franks, and in Teamgames they play Mayans, flank, or Persian or Frank on pocket. It is known to have superhuman micro, and especially with the range units as we have seen before. As I said earlier, this was made by the Night Panda, and in Teamgames they actually kind of coordinate like humans would and also adapt their strategies based on what's happening. On the other side we have Immortal, which is an AI that plays exclusively random. Well, kind of, because it can play almost every civ except Georgians, Armenians, Romans, and Northern New Persians. It's a pretty new AI created by the Maximal Being, which no relevance to the Max. And yeah, for example, this AI was not around 2 years ago. So Immortal is by far the most human AI ever made, as it will do human things like quick walling, laming, and having human-like micro, and even playing like pretty much every setting in the game as well. So with that introduction out of the way, let's get into it and let's see how the AI play. Intro done, let's go, boom! Okay. We're gonna cast it with T West, by the way. He's gonna cover it with us. So, are you hyped about the AIs? How familiar are you with the AI?
I have some info about them. I have not seen these AIs play recently, but I'm very hyped about them.
Cool. Did you see Rehoboam back in the day with the Archer micro?
Yes.
Oh, God.
I think this was the first AI that took out Barbarian, but nowadays lots of AIs can do that.
Or this is game 1 that we're gonna watch in the AI championship between Immortal and Rehoboam. Arabia, Immortal against Riho. Wow, they're even having manners. Fun. Yeah.
They are.
Wait, he's telling us the strategy.
Well, that's for our reference, I think. The AIs like to chat to themselves.
Ah, okay. That's an interesting approach. So, maybe it's mind games.
You know, that's true. Maybe the AI could chat a strategy to the other AI and try to fake it out.
That's true. So what did he say? He said fast feudal into scouts, into skirms plus archers, which is a very human-like strategy to go for. And from what I was told, Immortal is one of the most human-like AIs ever created.
So what I've heard about Immortal is that he didn't necessarily write the AI script so much as he wrote a compiler so he could write in a more syntax similar to C++ and then run the compiler to produce an AI script. So this is one of the most advanced setups for creating an AI script.
That sounds like a lot of trouble to go through to create an AI, but I respect it. We saw that he was doing actually the human thing we're doing these days with the 4 villagers garrison in the TC while you bring a boar back. And that's the way he killed the elephants. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, so back in the day, AIs didn't have access to all the things they could do now. You kind of set a percentage and, like you'd say, put 50% of the vills on food, 40% on wood, and 10% on gold, and the game would automatically distribute the villagers.
Right.
Nowadays, you can take individual units and micro them, and everything these AIs are doing in the Dark Age is, I believe, programmed specifically to select villagers and micro them. Like look at that lumber camp placement and how nice that is. You remember the old AIs would like take the lumber camps and put them on the back sides of the woodlines?
Yeah.
Not these. These are beautiful lumber camps. And the villager micro on them too.
Yeah, both those
Like-
lumber camp is essentially how I would place it in a tournament game or whatever game, right? So yeah, we see Riho though is not doing the villager garrisoning trick. He's shooting the boars like Doubt would. So the micro is maybe a little bit different than Doubt from him, but otherwise you see the mill placement as well. So what you're saying essentially is that these AI these days have a predetermined build order for each villager that spawns, kind of.
Yep.
And what happens if you get lamed?
That's a good question. I think these AIs can respond to it pretty well.
Okay, so they do
I know
adapt.
that some. Yeah, I think that they have some ability, like to Vil fight or to respond if you like send Vils forward and try to wall them in. That's usually one of the weaknesses of AIs. But
Look at Riho as well. He's
these
pushing
should
in
be able to
deer.
deal with it.
Yeah, like Riho pushed in deer. He shot the deer and is now sitting there rotting like I said, a normal human would. And now he's gonna finish the first zebra before he moves to the other ostrich. He also did with the elephant. The elephant wasn't done. The first elephant he was eating, it still had food left to eat, and but he still pulled all the wheels off that to go to the other elephant, which I'm not sure why that happened, but it's still interesting to notice.
Yeah, he's trying to be like as efficient as possible with gathering those resources, right? He's trying to finish one up so he doesn't have two decaying.
Mm-hmm. Immortal also pushing in another deer. Both of them doing loom now. Immortal being up. Well, he's gonna go up a little bit faster with 2-second idle TC time. Very human-like.
Oh yeah, and 21 pop up. That's really impressive for an AI.
Riho with 23 pop. He's Persians though, so his TC has been working a little bit faster in the Dark Age. He is the one-trick pony, right? And he picked Persians, so cheeky Civ picker over here. 1 village on gold, 2 vills on gold, 3. Looks like an archer opening, which Riho is kind of known for. That crazy archer micro. So I'm excited to see where they take that.
And, well, in this matchup, so this was a double elimination tournament.
Ooh.
And this is now the grand finals. And earlier on, these two AIs matched up against each other. And you want to know what the score of that matchup was?
Please do tell.
Immortal won 4-0.
4-0, sick.
4-0. And Immortal has been spanking AIs left and right throughout this tournament. It's been winning 4-0 against everything it's come up against.
So safe to say Immortal is the favorite.
It's if Riho takes the game, it's going to be very, very impressive.
Okay, sick. Double range opening for Riho. Like, we look at the Immortal though, what caught my interest a little bit, look at the lumber camps. He's going for a triple lumber camp. Is this some next level meta that we haven't discovered yet? Is that how to get the most out of your wood income?
Well, you know, the AI can probably micro all the villagers so that they're always like adjacent to the lumber camp directly, right?
True.
Like it might not have like a 2-tile gap where it's ever chopping. It might just always keep, like, look at this micro. Every vill is on a tree that's almost right next to the lumber camp.
Yeah. We see a stable opening from Immortal, which is stable opening into archers, double range archers, can usually be quite tough to deal with, so we'll see how this plays out. I wonder if it will have the smartness to drop a range upon seeing the archers and realize, oh, I need some skirms as well. One question I'm not sure if you know, like, would the AI know that the other is going archers even without scouting it? Like, we can see that he's scouted the ranges, so he knows with the eyes, but can the AI detect things through the game that he doesn't see?
I don't think these AIs are allowed to do that.
Okay.
They do have the ability, like, to check the population or unit counts of other players, but I don't think these AIs do that.
Right. We have a range coming out from Immortal, so yeah, but he's got 4 vills on gold as well, so this is very much I mean, this build is super tight. He has only done double bit axe. He has made scouts, and he has moved to gold already with the triple lumber camp, and he's dropping a range. So it looks like archer play as we now. Ooh, look at the micro on the scouts getting in on the wood line.
Yeah, here comes a spear over to defend. And the scouts are reacting. Oh, they take a couple pokes there.
Even AI cannot deal with the pathing. Brutal. Okay, archers now from Reho is going. He went forward, but now he's going back for some reason. I'm not sure what he saw that makes him think he needs to go back. Maybe it's just the scouts harass.
Might be worried about the scouts there.
Fletching in for Riho as well. Look at the scouts how they're like. I mean, like at the moment if I'm looking at this, I would say this is looking very good for Riho right now.
Yeah, he's got the spears and the archers out.
Yeah, but he ends up kind of just chasing the scouts around, which is not really what he needs to do right now with his archers. So the decoy is working out for Immortal here.
It looks like Riho's now going to maybe go back with the spears and forward with the archers and maybe try to find some place to pressure. We have a very early tower on the berries there from Immortal.
Interesting. Let's see how Riho reacts to this. Oh, the skirms are coming out though for Immortal. Immortal doesn't have any blacksmith upgrades though, so on paper the archers could still, with the crazy Riho micro, do a lot of work here. 2 villages has gone down though for Riho, as Immortal is kind of trapping himself with the scouts. He makes it though. Alright, here we go. Let's see some Riho micro. Riho Archer micro. See the perfect split. Oh man, this Archer micro is disgusting. I hate watching
it in the front just to push the skirms back.
Yeah, I hate this, man. It's just so disgusting to watch. Is that scout on purpose dodging taking projectiles?
It probably is. It's like dancing back and forth to try to push the skirms.
Fletching coming in now for Immortal as well. Man, this Archer micro. He hasn't lost a single Archer yet, I think. And he's killed, what, like 6-7 skirms? Multiple towers detected. Riho is not yet made to play versus more than one tower, but should do okay.
Oh no.
Usually.
Well, he denied the tower.
Tower isn't up, but he detected multiple towers.
Doesn't need to worry about 2 yet, but...
I
wonder if Immortal knows that. Oh, look at that. He's saying
tower
placement failed.
Oh, Riho with a bit of a micro mistake here, running into the town center and losing 2 archers, but look at the idle time now from Immortal. If you look at resources collected as well, there's over almost 600 more resources for Riho, so while the scouts are still raiding in the back, he lost a few scouts now. Like, this looks already like in a really strong position for Riho.
Yeah, look at that military count, 25-9.
Picked up a villager now as well. I mean, the villager count that, like, Bengalis get the bonus with 2 extra vills upon hitting feudal age. So, that has been equalized pretty much. So he's still, like, he doesn't care. He doesn't care if it's skirms or counter units. With his archer micro, he just doesn't care.
Also, no armor yet for those skirms, so the archers still can pick them off. But the skirms have some micro too.
Yeah, but now the archers are doing some weird stuff. They're just not fighting at all, just like walking back and forth and kind of dying. He's on the way to Castle Age though, which is pretty sick, but yeah, the last few minutes have been very sus for those archers of Riho. I can't say what's happening there. I would say maybe he's busy at home, but then I remember he's an AI.
Yeah, it feels like they were kind of getting like trapped between that wood line and the tower and didn't quite know how to path around it.
Yeah. So we'll see how Riho does now that he has detected multiple towers. I mean, Immortal is so far from Castle Age and Riho is just a minute away. No sign of a... Oh, there's a stable actually, but there's a very hidden stable all the way in the back. So we might see some knights as well.
Yeah, I don't think that's where you would probably place your stable if you were playing right now.
If I'm trying to do an absolute masterpiece in hiding, maybe I would, but yeah, I don't see the purpose in that this way. I like to see how none of them are like full walling though. It's nice that they're playing open, so they're inviting action. Double range from Immortal
I
as
do like
well.
the nice switch with all those towers that are up too.
Mm-hmm.
I think that might make it more difficult to use the archers with how big of a tower defense we have so far.
The question is how Riho reacts to towers, right? A tower, is that automatically, oh, I'm not gonna go there anymore? Or if they still try to micro under the towers, right? That's the tricky thing to say. Second town center from Riho, not using the stable for anything at the moment. But we have 14 archers that are now crossbows going forward, and Immortal has made a very brave mining camp forward.
Yeah, that's a risky mining camp.
Oh man,
I wonder how quickly Riho's going to try to go for ballistics, or even how necessary ballistics is with how good this micro is going to be.
Yeah, and it's just like, it's so beautiful to watch how every timing is perfect, right? There's no missteps in the timing of the hits. It's beautiful to watch, but also kind of triggering. We have knights out on the field now. One knight on the way. We have armor on the way. And now we see Riho. How does he do? Looks like the tower is kind of zoning the crossbows out quite strong, heavily. But oh, he's moving in now.
Oh, he's trying to dive that.
Oh, but that was his second tower
There's
here.
a lot of crossbows there.
Lumber camp placement failed after many attempts. Okay. Very ballsy by Riho, but I mean, this is a lot of idle time. Does he go under the tower now, or does he try to escape? Looks like he tries to escape. Knight is coming in, Knight is just running along as well. Immortal finally doing the armor upgrade for the skirms and archer. He's actually making archer switch himself. That is very brave from a human perspective. Riho's economy is looking super good. Third town center on the way as well.
And especially as Persians. Oh, he's trying to figure out how to build that TC. The bills are all on top
The
of it.
spear is blocking it. Spearman, move away!
This is very human. This is what you'd expect from Doubt.
This is Doubt, yeah, but Doubt is also not human, so... Oh no, the spear is sabotaging completely.
Oh no.
I kind of want to watch that the whole time now, but I also want to see the crossbows doing things. Ooh, Riho is even using the market. That's sick. Okay, we have an engagement now on the front. Let's see the crossbow micro and see how disgusting Riho micros this. To be fair, Immortal looks like he's got a decent handle on the micro himself. Oh my god, the TC, the idle time. Oh god. Please, get it down.
Oh, it's still not going up.
Oh, Knight's coming in as well, but yeah, we still see Riho barely taking any damage.
This is a great fight. That's
Great
going to clean all
fight,
those
yeah.
skirms.
And considering what we heard earlier, that Riho has been, or Immortal has been clapping AIs left and right, this has been a very solid opening for Riho. I wonder if maybe Immortal just struggles a bit with this Civ, not having access to Knights, for example, and so forth. Man, Riho is still trying to get that TC up.
The spear's so close. Oh, he did it. He did it.
Oh, TC goes up! Let's go! But I have to say, this game looks like... I mean, like, I feel like there is no way for Riho to lose the game from here, right? He's just got such a solid lead. Immortal has 2 battle elephants on the field. He's 20 villagers behind. Do you think we might be at the point of no return?
Oh, look, the quick walls on the TC. You see that?
Oh,
The villagers, they walk them
yeah.
in near the knight.
Sick. Walls detected. Riho is not yet made to play versus walls and will likely bug out against a fully walled opponent. Error. Gold mining camp placement failed after many attempts. For those wondering why we're doing this, AI don't resign knowing that the game is over. So we could sit there and watch the slaughter for the next couple of minutes. We have Imperial Age, Cavalier, the population is more than double for Riho. And if they lose from here, this might be the biggest throw I've ever seen.
Oh, 5 relics too. I wasn't paying attention to that, but yeah, great to pay attention to the relics too.
Oh, quick walls! On the right TC, do you see it? Immortal is my favorite, he's quick walling.
Yes.
6k score lead. Yeah, this is...
the GG.
We should rename Immortal to Gumdom Immortal after this game. Alright, that was really cool. Yeah, I have to say, first impressions, Riho looks like Rio of the old. Probably still been improved since last time I saw it, but yeah. Archer micro seems insane. Kind of tight eco build. Very solid micro, as I said, and transition seems good. Immortal seemed very human-like, but felt a bit underwhelming compared to how much I've heard about Immortal so far. I'm very disappointed by the APM though. Like, it's still higher than Doubt, but I was expecting a little bit more. Anyways, that was the first game. Again, I'm not sure the order of, like, was this game 2, was it game 3, or was it game 1? But they played a best of 7. We're gonna watch 3 of the best games from the final. Alright. 3v3, the second game we're casting here. Immortal won the first one, but that was a 1v1. It's gonna be very interesting to see how differently they interact in a team game situation. We already saw some strategies being posted here. Riho is wishing good luck, have fun, like a nice AI should. Immortal are just sharing their strategies, so that's kind of interesting. But worth noting is the pocket, which will be a green player here. Fast Castle Camels. He has Gojara though, so he does... Yeah. The green player, the pocket, right?
Yeah, well, that's, that feels like maybe back
Throwback.
10 years ago, the pockets would be going Fast Castle. These days, usually if you're a human player, you're going Scouts.
These days, that's definitely the meta. Back then, it was always Fast Castle. Then Scouts felt like a really big misplay. But yeah, he's going Camels because he doesn't have access to Knights. And I'm not sure if they know how to make Shiromsha Riders. I would imagine maybe they do, but either way.
Yeah, they do.
Okay. Well, we have one flank. Flank playing Mayans decided to go Fast Fuel Man-Arms Archers. We're going to see how they execute that. And on the other side, we have Teal playing Fast Fuel Scouts into Skirms. So we have a flank going Scouts, actually.
That's really interesting. We see the civ differences here. It's a Persian
Hmm.
pocket and then Mayan flanks. Now, I guess they could have had the option maybe to go, say, like a Britain flank if they want to like stack the team bonuses for
Hmm.
the faster working ranges, but choosing to go double Mayans here, that's interesting.
I think it has to do with the fact that the AI is just designed around Mayans and Persians and Franks. Those are, to my knowledge, the only three civs that Riho can competently play. So
Yeah, that's a good point too.
yeah, which is kind of OP though. Mayans is one of the best flanks in the game, so cheeky. Luckily, the Immortal side also has a Mayans player, so it'll be interesting to see the differences there.
And also the differences we talked about the like scouts versus FC camels.
Mm-hmm.
Nowadays, you don't really see either scouts from the flanks or even men-at-arms from the flanks. Usually it's that fast 18, 19 pop archer build with a really tight Dark Age going straight into two ranges.
Yeah. Okay, we have Immortal here trying to lure an elephant. And the villager got very low, but he did garrison in time, so and smooth killing, so very smooth still by Immortal, even though it looked a bit yikes. Dark Age seems very similar to how they approached the first game. They're pushing deer, all of them pretty much, and just taking advantage of the economy boost the deer gives. So no one is actively scouting anywhere. They're all staying around the town centers, just bringing in the extra resources.
That also does feel kind of human-like now. I feel like the meta has moved more towards deer pushing, unless you're trying to do some type of early laming.
Yeah, for sure. And notice again, we have the same situation. Like, Riho always moves off of the elephant before it's empty. Both flanks just did it. It's like there's still 10-15 foot left on the elephant, but they still move every villager over to the other elephant. I don't know the logic behind that, but that feels like something that is very consciously done, I would imagine.
I wonder if there's like bumping issues that if the villagers finish it fully, they might stand around for a few seconds before moving over.
That could be it, yeah. That would make sense. Oh, I don't like the teal second lumber camp. That feels a bit... It's a nice position, but the house is going to make that very awkward.
So the house is there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, blue did the same. Oh, I don't like the blue barracks. Oh, blue is building up very awkwardly here, if he's planning to take gold. Oh, he's doing a doubt lure as well.
Oh, and he killed the deer out there. He didn't stop shooting it with the Vil.
Yeah.
So like some inefficiencies there. Not the absolute perfect start gauge from Immortal. Still some things that could be improved here.
Yeah, and it looks like Rio is doing a way more consistent job of like not building house right next to a wood line, making sure there's always space for a lumber camp and so forth. So, or at least like if there's a house there, like we see with the red player, he didn't build a lumber camp next to the house. He went to the left. So it looks like Rio has a bit more smartness in that regard. Although we see purple Riho, he has 3 villagers long distance chopping trees south of his town center. Normally I would say they're planning to
put a lumber camp.
Exactly, that's what I would normally say, but I feel like at the same time that's not it. He does have the wood, right? He has 400 wood in the bank. So that's just a very interesting decision there.
And interestingly enough, I'm looking at the idle TC times. 0 seconds for all of the Riho AIs, and 2 seconds exactly for the Immortal AIs. So I wonder if there's like a purpose for that.
It was exactly the same in the first game. That the Immortals had 2 seconds and Riho had 1 or 0. Interesting now is that the pocket green player for Immortal, he went double lumber camp, while both flank players went triple lumber camp again, just like the previous game in the 1v1. So it's like it looks like the flanks are designed for 1v1 style approach, while the pocket, since it's doing fast castle, has a little bit of a different way to build up, which makes a lot of sense as well.
Yeah, and it looks like, I guess our yellow player didn't chat the strategy, but we're going to have a slower build and probably a fast castle from the Persian pocket as well.
Mm-hmm. On the left side, we have the men-at-arms opening from Immortal, and he did put the vills off the woodland on the left and denied the blacksmith for a while. So we have Riho reacting with it. Oh, he didn't finish the tower. It was almost on 90%, and he has doesn't have the smartness to just finish the tower here. Instead, running every villager, and something weird is happening with that tower as he finally starts to build it. Yeah, decent.
Oh yeah, that Vil was a bit indecisive.
Yeah. Decent value though from the man-at-arms, despite not getting any kills so far. Still getting a lot of idle time.
And Riho feels like it's struggling here.
Mm-hmm.
It's the lack of the quick walls, right? That's going to make the men-at-arms much more dangerous if you can't get the lumber camps walled in.
Yeah. Now the Riho just showing off the micro again. The Archer's not taking any damage. Oh, I said that too soon. Took a little bit of damage. On the right side though, looks like a small skirmish. Scouts, Immortalize going scouts on the right, now into skirmishers. And looks like not too much has happened there. I guess was the pressure early? Because purple is not even on gold. He has double range, but he's not making a single archer. Did this...
Yeah, it feels like something might have been like wrong with the build order there if it's 2 ranges for just skirms against the scout opening.
I wonder if those bills that are on the wood down the bottom should have been on the gold instead. Maybe something went wrong here. This does not seem right. He's not making any units either, right? So it's not even skirmisher play. It's just... He has 1 archer, which is what you can afford at the start. But yeah, if you don't make units, teal is gonna walk over you. So this is looking quite rough on the purple side.
Yeah, and meanwhile, the teal player has just swapped over to 2-range production now. So I guess very similar to that 1v1 build we'd seen in the previous game. I guess this with Sicilians instead of Bengalis, but scouts into 2 ranges for skirms.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll look at that market from purple.
Beautiful market to protect those long distance wood choppers. Oh, those scouts are finding so much value as well because the vills are so far out and exposed. And only 1 archer coming to the rescue. That's not enough. Still a lot of damage here. From the pockets, we have yellow hitting castle way faster than green, so knights are already on the way. But he did have a second town center at the same time. So quite a nice build up here for yellow player. You always love to see yellow doing great.
Yep, and only 1 stable though, so it looks like we are going to have a bit more of a booming approach from a Persian player. And maybe have more of a knight spam later on.
I'm wondering if purple just like didn't recognize that there's a gold, because he's doing a market now to sell wood and stone for gold, and now he has started making archers. Actually, it's going. Was this just a fast castle build from purple? He didn't want to make units because he wanted to fast castle, because he's on the way to the castle age right now.
But still, you're gonna need gold if you go to the castle age.
For sure.
He's just selling the stone to go up.
Yeah, still no single mining camp. And he still is going for the bottom wood trees there below the town center. Very strange, very strange. But yellow did bail him out a little bit here with the knights, so purple is kind of safe, although it still looks quite rough for him. But we have Riho on the bottom here, left with the red player, showing off against the insane micro he has. Running to the hill as well. I wonder if that's also a conscious decision, or if AI can even detect hills. But Immortal again, not too bad of a micro from Immortal either.
And it is skirmishers against archers here. So in a straight up fight, we'll see if the skirmishers can force an engagement.
Good micro from both. Oh, actually, Immortal getting the better end of the last few shots here.
It feels to me like Riho is like maybe microing too much and not actually fighting.
I can see that, especially when he doesn't have the armor upgrade for the skirms. If they had armor, he could just force the fight, right? But he's kind of still just trying to make sure he doesn't get hit himself at the same time, which is... In this unit composition, skirms against archers, you don't really mind getting hit as long as you're like in their face and trying to get kills. So, yeah. But I mean, he's still doing fine, as we have teal on the way to the castle age on the right side. Ooh, purple doing a TC on the gold, though.
Oh, maybe that's what the Vills were doing. Like, if he was going for the fast castle, maybe he was thinking, I want to send the Vills to that wood line for the TC, but just sent them out too early.
Right, it could be, for sure.
Like an entire age too early.
Do you have you seen what green has done? There's 9 Shamsha riders almost in yellow's base. He's gonna start doing some raiding.
Oh, and still only 1 stable.
He's circling over to purple
yellow
instead. Yeah, yellow with adding a market now as well. Has 3 town centers, Persian booming. See if those Shamsha riders can get a lot of work. Purple now has a mining camp on the gold in the back and a third range there, where he's producing crossbowmen. But Crossman will be
Comes
easy
the Shroud
pickings.
Shredders.
Yeah. Blue still has many arms running around on the left side as well, which I think those might be the starting ones, which is funny. Kept them alive for so long. Until now.
Now we'll see how this green player decides to micro. He has the Shroud Shredders, and there are a lot of Vills and crossbows exposed there, but he's just kind of running around, not taking a fight there where he might have had a chance to pick some Vills.
Just a timer check. What's your time in-game time?
I'm at 22:35 or 23:35.
Okay, I'm like 10 seconds ahead of you. I'm 48.
Let me just speed up slightly for.
I can pause and wait for you. I'll stop at 24 and you just tell me when you're close.
Oh, okay. I got to 24:07.
Oh, okay. 24, 14, 15, 16, 17.
I paused at 24:07.
Oh, you paused. Communication issues. I paused now at 24, 29. You just get there and we can sync up again. Teal coming in with
I'm
2
there.
scouts, by the way, on the red. I'm paused and I see the 2 scouts is forcing like 20 villagers going idle. That's a crazy overreaction, but I guess he's still scared. Ready to go?
All right, so 3, 2, 1, go.
We have elite skirmishes coming in from Teal as well here, which is a good counter to Riho, who only goes archers pretty much. Although Riho did go elite skirmishes himself as well. So they're kind of attacking each other, but it feels like Riho has that issue with the woodline again on the bottom left. Red player. The back and forth on the woodline constantly.
Yeah, it's like the AI doesn't realize that like 1 or 2 scouts is probably something that Vills could be able to fight off, and is just having lots of reactions. Like right now he's got 5 Vills inside that tower, and those are 2 low HP scouts. He could just ungarrison, fight them off, and start chopping wood again.
Yeah. Look at the numbers now as well. Looks like Immortal has more army, but Riho is a solid 20 villagers in total ahead. So despite the rough
player's been booming.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, it made a few knights, right? But besides that, it's a full boom. I love the houses. Like 1 space in between each house. It looks so nice for yellow. That's a beautiful base right there.
Oh, that's perfect. I guess it's really difficult for AIs to position buildings in a wall, so this is probably the best that they're able to do. Just make sure that they're not gonna like block the pathing or trap themselves in, so they're leaving that gap.
We have a 3rd town center now for green. It's 27 minutes, so that's a very late 3rd town center. Wait, green has been making men at arms. The pocket from Immortals
Oh, what?
have been
That's
supporting
weird.
with men at arms. After Showdown and Camels, he went men at arms. And now he's adding 4th town center to catch up. That is a very strange decision, I must say.
And that is. And after that boom, we have 95 villagers for yellow, and yellow's up to the Imperial Age. So the flanks for Riho have kind of been dying, but this pocket now has a very scary boom and is probably ready to start spamming those knights into cavaliers as we see the upgrades starting to come in. Bloodlines, husbandry, and forging, all the blacksmith upgrades going to start coming in.
Yeah, we see yellow and purple as well working together on the right side on Teal's base, where, I mean, the knights are being pulled away right now, but they're doing some solid pressure there. And now the crossbows are going back as well, for some reason, as we see longsword upgrade coming in for green. So the Gujara player from Immortal has decided that longsword is the right way to play this.
That's not something I think I would do as a pocket in this situation as the Gujars.
I would hope not.
To say the least.
Yeah, the Imperial Age Cavalier are not going to be worried about those Castle Age longswords. Man, look at the green now as well. He's doing fletching. He's got longswords, 7 longswords, 5 camels, and 4 Shomashueres, and he's doing fletching. It's very, very strange.
He's just clicking all those buttons.
Yeah.
And, well, our teal player on the right is under a lot of pressure now. They've been pressuring purple all game, but here comes a big crossbow and knight army.
Indeed. Knights are diving under the TC though. They probably don't want to fight there. Despite having good upgrades now, it's still Gujara camels and TC fire, so decent trade there for green. Numbers, village count is getting closer, but the military count now is double for Riho. Rio is looking in a fantastic spot once again.
Yeah, once again, and our Cyan player here is just kind of, now it's their turn to run the Vills back and forth near that lumber camp. And I think they're struggling a bit with those crossbows on the one side and the Cavalier on the other side.
Indeed. And on the left, we have Riho forcing a lot of idle time for, like, red players causing a lot of idle time for blue as well, as we have roughly 30 villagers in and out of the town center there, unable to get back on the gold. They're building a second town center forward. Even the green pocket player now is being raided. It feels like... I mean, I wouldn't be surprised to see Savar coming soon from yellow as it's building up the resources. And how do they ever deal with Savar in the Castle Age?
Well, maybe they can get some counter raids as these Sicilian Knights from our teal player are starting to get into Purple's eco. You got Knights on one side, then a Skirm crossbow army on the other side. And this could do some damage here.
Indeed, the purple is on the way to Imperial Age himself, though, as we see Savar coming in now. Funnily enough, they've also started trading both teams. So they're not messing around in that regard.
No, they're not. Where are the markets, though? Not fully in the corners, but they're starting to get the trade going.
Yeah. Watching the skirmisher crossbow fight on the right side here. It's crazy how they spread the fire so effectively.
And
they
Purple's
never
idled
overkill.
here while going up to Imp. So all the resources for the Imp upgrades that he might have wanted, not going to be in there thanks to this raid.
This is all happening at the same time while being raided and everything. This is obviously impossible for a human being to micro this intensively while also managing economy on the side. But yeah, Imperial Age is now on the way for red as well. Only green on the Mortal side is on the way to the Imperial Age, so Riho is going to have a technology advantage on both flanks, and only the pocket is going to be able to match the other side. So yeah, once again, Riho just looking in a really good position. And what I've noticed is, despite Riho playing so intensively towards archers, they don't tend to get ballistics.
Yeah, that's even with the micro, like having ballistics lets you hit those retreating units and just lets you take better fights all around. Even if you are individually microing every unit, ballistics still is an important upgrade.
Listen, now we have arguably the most beautiful unit in the game right now, the Savar. Roaming the fields, even doing coinage. Are Riho gonna sling? I mean, it would make sense, right? But it's not something I would necessarily expect the AI to, like, process. Oh, I am population capped, I have extra resources, let's prepare to sling. That's really cool.
Yeah, and considering how far down the flanks are, that could be a pretty good move there. And the Rams slowly rolling all the way across the map from those back siege workshops.
Ah, nice.
It's going to slow this push down.
They don't need Rams, those Savar by themselves. It's still just actually, Heavy Camel is on the way for green. So maybe... I mean, Immortal has a score lead somehow. They have more population now suddenly. Riho has lost... Wait, did they lose that many vills, or did they just stop producing at some point? Because suddenly Immortal has like 70, 80 more vills.
I feel like they've been struggling with the crossbows. On the left-hand side, Red has this army dancing again between that wood line and the tower with the crossbows. They've been there for a good 2 to 3 minutes, just slowly losing crossbows and no longer doing more damage with them.
Big fight now under the castle on the front as well. So Savar take the fight against the heavy camels, but it's also with monks, with skirms, and under castle fire. Savar winning the fight, but not very convincingly, as the Rams are now working on the castle. Second castle going down as well, and Riho takes the score lead once again, but it's just carried by yellow. The two other flanks are suddenly quite low in population.
Press 199 again. Game is lagging again.
True. Okay, the yellow Riho is now slinging the flanks.
Well, it feels like green is about to die to this push, and if Immortal has a chance, it's going to be because of those flanks now. Overall, we have almost 100 more vills for Immortal, though. They've been booming behind, like the flanks have been booming much more than Riho's flanks have.
Yeah. Look at green, though. He garrisoned like 15 units in the stables, and now he released them to go fight. With those units in the fight, he actually has enough to defend this. But I still feel like Immortal overall is probably in a way better position. They have a better composition as well, with the Gujar or heavy camels from the middle.
Oh, look, we have a corner market now from Immortal. Kind of an awkward spot by that cliff, but all the way in that right corner.
I love how Green made his markets. That's very human-like. Like you would just slap down those 3 markets in the corner.
Yep.
Castle's coming up now. A lot of upgrades for Immortal side mostly. Riho kind of slowing down on the upgrades. Feels like the mid-late castle age just seem to have gone way more in favor of Immortals over time here. But score is still going back and forth, although population is almost 100 in favor of Immortal.
Now our green pocket, though, they're making these Gajara heavy camels, and that feels like a much better unit composition than the long swordsman line was. And now they can probably fight off the Persian player.
Yeah, Persian player kind of redundant if the numbers, if they both just commit full on Savar and camels, which seems to be what they're doing. The issue for Riho right now is the composition of the flanks. We see red with 30 units, 18 of them are Arbalest, but 10 of them are halves. But they're like, the way red's units are kind of, I just want to say, bugging out on the left side there. They see a tower, they see a castle. It's like when they identify a castle or a tower, they just kind of go back and forth. It's very...
You see that castle drop, though, from red?
Yeah,
this is a doubt play right here.
That's very ambitious. Again, look at the... he repositions it. Oh, this is 100% doubt play. And that what is the trap doing? Under the castle.
I said it, all the vills.
And they're also going back and forth.
Yeah, here comes a mangonel.
What is happening here, even? The full sergeant play with Cavalier from Teal, but this castle is what it's all about.
Does this castle go up? I think it does go up.
The castle is
vills are on the way.
Blue's castle is shooting at the... Wait. No, never mind. It was the town center shooting at the trap. It would look like Blue was microing arrows from the castle and like to shoot multiple spots, but it was just a TC fire. And now red is bugging out again with the villagers on the castle. In, out, in, out, in, out. Yeah, red's units have been bugging a lot this game. And we had purple with the, in quotes, bugged opening as well. But purple making a big play now on the right side. Lots of trebs, castle on the hill. Oh, but there's enemy rams. The rams are cleaning up all the trebs.
All the rams. That's 4 or 5 dead trebs there thanks to the rams. That's going to give Cyan some time to hold against this push. This was looking like a really nice push with 3 castles, a good number of trebs there. But now you're going Arbalest against the Sicilian player, who maybe could have a chance to go for those Halbert Cavaliers if they can hold and find a way to clean this up.
Yeah, at the moment looks like he's going to need help from his teammate. But yeah, green is pushing now into yellow's base. And yellow has only 6 Savar, while green is pretty much pop capped. Yellow feels like he's completely checkmate right now. He cannot fight his army by himself. As green even taking into chakram throwers right now. So it looks like the transitions for Immortal and like the synergy in their what's it called? In their compositions is way more thought through, if you will. As we have red trying to do another castle, it keeps repositioning it, but the vills keep going. Same as happened with the town center in the first game.
Oh, they are the halbs now, the Arbs. I do like how red's going for these treb pushes and kind of keeping the trebs underneath the castles. It just feels like maybe the micro on the building placement isn't quite there yet.
Indeed. We have Teal as well, with the skirms alone kind of trading fine against Arbalest on the right side, so looking at the economy situation as well, Immortals can afford losing some ground anyway, so I don't think it's a big problem for them. And red's still trying to get that castle up. Oh, I feel... Okay, he changed his mind. Doing it more forward. This is the way. Oh, he lost it! Wait, did he? Wait, no. Did he lose it?
I think he deleted it and remade it.
That looked like... That happened twice. Like, delete and rebuild. At least twice.
He's probably just a bit indecisive there.
Yeah.
There's a lot of Eagle Warriors, though, ready to get under the castles.
Yeah, and red has no armies on paper. Blue could just dive here with the Eagles, but looks like blue as well, not feeling too confident in taking that fight. To be fair, blue is missing a lot of armor upgrades. Sorry?
Yeah, no Eldorado for the Eagles either. They're missing a ton of upgrades. That castle could be pushed there. Like red finally has figured out how to push with the trebuchets.
Yeah.
And maybe when the castles go down, red will stop bugging out over here.
Looks like it, yeah, because then the I mean, with the treb push as well, he has how many trebs? 6 trebuchets. He will clean buildings really fast. Blue finally looks like he decided to engage, but then he fell back after all with the eagles. You're kind of just wasting those eagles as he's getting the +2 armor. And it kind of looks like green is not... He's now switching to go and help his teammate. Blue is probably calling for help, so green is sending everything from his middle push now to the bottom left to try and help his teammate, I'd imagine. As we have the trebs from red moving to the middle of the map as well, I guess to start working on the green castles, but he's running into blue rams.
Yeah, those rams are going to be very dangerous for those trebs. I think blue is just out of castles now, so maybe red is saying he wants to send his trebs to green because he sees green has castles.
Could be.
Probably you'd rather just push the TCs and keep pushing blue over here.
Look at purple's castles. I love that. That is so pretty. Look at on the minimap.
5 of them in a row.
Yeah. I want to see a stick coming down below it. Oh man, green has such a strong army though. He looks like he bounced on the idea of going to help his teammate. Chakram, the monks are being micro to perfection as well. Chakram even trying to work around the castle. We have heavy camos, Shamshoiders, they're even dealing with the trade. Wait, they're actually trading kind of to the same corner. Oh, he's doing a short trade kind of in purple
initial
space.
market there that he made by the wood line early on, that was just prepping for the trade. He's trading from that market to the top corner with yellow.
Yeah, we have the Sicilian player making sergeants as well, which is kind of a perfect counter to Mayans here. Because they will have all the armor and enough HP and damage to kind of deal with that. Blue holding ground for now as well. But yeah, yellow is the one who's in big trouble. He was their carry player initially. The castle is under siege now as well, and green is just making more and more progress.
It feels like the game is entirely flipped, where now it's the pocket for Immortal who's winning and the flanks who are under a bit of pressure. But those rams are doing such a great job against those trebs. Like, from the red player, from the purple player, they've just been losing so many trebs to the rams.
And Immortal's overall population lead now is approaching 200. We have red stuck on under 100 population with no signs of... Actually, yellow went to red to start taking his gold, which is interesting. But red just seems like he doesn't have anything going for him right now. Looks very, very tough. As Sicilians as well on the right side with the Rams now, Cavaliers, Sergeants, and Skirms. Perfect composition to deal with what the purple Mayan player has. And those castles, the beautiful line of castles, looks like it's about to slowly fall.
As those Rams are pushing in, and we have a castle from Immortal too. I wonder if the AIs will realize they can build castles directly on top of their opponent's castles, just kind of to taunt them. Immortal's getting close to that.
Indeed. Yeah, the story of the game right now is, as you said, the pocket situation. Yellow's base is getting completely destroyed. He's down to 120, 30 population as well. His TC is going down. His whole economy is gone. There is armored elephant, or siege elephants even, here as well. And I think we have reached a point where there is no point of return for Riho. They're over 200 population behind now, and I cannot see Immortal losing from here. What was very interesting about this game I found was how the opening felt so much better for Riho in many ways, but except the purple opening, which was kind of bugged out. But it looked like Riho was in such a good position with like the pocket being 20-30 vills ahead and so forth. But yeah, at some point in the mid-late castle age, it just felt like Riho flanks kind of stopped lost all their initiative, while Immortal was just moving up like a madman. Yeah, the one thing I would say I've noticed already just in these two games is that I feel like Riho AI, maybe it's so hard focused on the micro and the unit control that it gets a lot more derpy and bugging out in their movement sometimes as well. It could also just be the towers and such, right, that they just really struggle to play against multiple towers, which looks like Immortal are adding multiple towers to defend, and then Riho might be bugging out to deal with it. But then that does not explain the opening from purple, where he just went double range without putting any villages on gold. We should be reaching the GG well played very soon, and there it is. GG well played, call from Riho. Polite as always. That means it is a 1-1, so even though it is a best of 7, what we are going to showcase here is the best of 3. So I'm going to guess that whoever wins the last game was actually the winner of the final, but we'll have the final score. I'm not sure if you know the final result yet of the whole event.
I don't know the final result, no.
Okay.
Our final game is going to be a 4v4.
All right, let's see what they go for. So, oh, we have Pocket going Fast Castle Archer, actually. Just the first thing that drew my attention. We have a Vietnamese Pocket for Immortal, and he's going Fast Castle Archers. His flank will be gray, and it will go Fast Feudal Age. into and then scouts and then skirms plus archer, which seems to be like their go-to strategy kind of. The other flank is Mayans once again, and men-at-arms into archers, exactly what we saw last game. And then we have the pocket. Ooh, green playing as the Italians is going fast castle unique unit. That will be interesting.
Castle Genbo.
We have both pockets from Immortal going archer units from pocket.
Yeah, like, usually you'd expect to see maybe on the right side the Pole and the Vietnamese players swapped, where the Pole player would go scouts or even maybe like the Schlachter Privilege Knight raid from the pocket, and then the flank would be doing the archers. But this is interesting. I'm getting reminders of the AOC Mayan pockets going plumed archers here with this Civ composition.
Indeed. Wonder if Riho... I mean, Riho, again, one-trick ponies. You have Mayans on both flanks. Both pockets are Persians. So I imagine we're going to see exactly what we saw last game. I just hope the flanks both actually make archers this time and not bug out.
I want to see another castle push. I want to see one of those work out. That seemed pretty exciting last game.
Yeah, we might get there, given how they're... I mean, that's probably something that's been quoted as well. We saw it both from red and purple last game, right? Both Riho flanks went for those castle drops in a succession, right? They came one castle, then the next castle, then the third castle, and so forth. They were trying to make those castle pushes, so that seems like also something that is kind of hard-coded into their DNA, if you will, in order to make progress in Imperial Age. I see orange Rio player has 2 idle villagers under the town center, and they have been idle for a long time now.
Yeah, I noticed that. They were standing there for a few seconds. That maybe something went wrong while hunting the boar there, but it's definitely a bit of an inefficiency there.
Yeah, for sure. We see red as well. Worker efficiency was on 60%. Wait, red must have had the same bug. They both have exactly the same worker efficiency.
Interesting. I see orange was struggling a bit to lure that boar from around the gold mine there, but managed to get it in eventually. That was nice, not completely abandoning it and going back to shoot it again.
Yeah. I'm curious as well if we're going to see the triple lumber camp once again for the flanks. We have Grey player playing as the Poles though, building the folwark. I wonder if they know how to take advantage of folwarks as well. Will be interesting. Well, first farm going under the TC? I guess not.
Or, I mean, that could just be for safety. Maybe that's intentional. But yeah, usually you like, this is why you usually see the poles of the pocket too, right? Because it makes it much safer to use the folwark for the farms.
Same story though, all players essentially pushing in deer. That is the way to go, so you get the extra food economy right now. Rio not making the prettiest mill on the red player here. That's going to be quite ineffective as the berry bushes start to disappear.
Yeah, it feels like Rio likes to make the mills with a 1-tile gap, but here the gap was only against one of the bushes, and the other two are pretty far away.
Feels like Rio never builds any buildings next to each other. There's always minimum 1-tile gap. At all times.
Yeah, that's again, AIs, they don't want to trap themselves. The worst thing that could happen is you somehow trap all of your units and there's no path for them to move. Even some older AIs, when they played Arena, would, in the late game, delete all of their walls just so they wouldn't be trapped inside of their base.
Okay, interesting. I noticed something as well now. As soon as Grey clicked up to the feudal age, he will be the first one to feudal age, by the way, with a 21 population up. He stopped pushing a deer and he went to check for his sheep on the bottom. And now it looks like he's going back to pushing a deer or to scout. Okay, back to pushing a deer. He still hasn't found the sheep on the right side, so they even prioritize pushing deer before finding all the sheep, which is interesting.
Also, he scouted the front of the base too. So maybe he felt like, okay, they're not at the front. I'm not going to get lamed. I got time to push the deer and then find them in the back.
Could be. You see a double... Oh, there's a third lumber camp from Grey. The one villager was chopping on the top lumber camp by herself, but no, she had to add the third lumber camp.
One lumber camp's not enough for one villager. She needs 2.
Blue, even going men-at-arms opening, also goes for the third lumber camp at the same time. Very interesting.
Now that's very tight on your build order.
For sure.
And a farm early too with that.
Pocket looks like Riho again. Both pockets very similar build. Looks like a very clean, fast castle. Teal still hasn't clicked up. Still queuing an extra villager as well. So Teal's going for a very slow feudal age here. Gonna be 30 population feudal age by the looks of it.
And here come those militia finally from our blue player getting in on red and turning to men-at-arms and forcing some vills off of that gold.
Blue did lose the eagle on the woodline on the top side at the same time. Not sure if it was engaging or if he was trapped there, but yeah. Red pulling away immediately as the men-at-arms come in, so gold income will be delayed a little bit as he's fighting back with some vills. Ooh, loses a villager here, Red. Big ballsy plays. He fights for the gold, loses a villager just to pull back again to the town center.
Yeah, those men-at-arms causing quite a bit of damage. And once again, 2-range opening here. Oh, actually more men-at-arms added in for blue. He's up to 5 men-at-arms now.
Ooh, big plays. Yeah, the archers are out though, so I mean, on paper this is a hard counter build for Riho. The 5th man-at-arm is, or 5 man-at-arms is very expensive. And yeah, both pockets are going fast cast. Yellow has a really smooth castle age. Purple as well. So Riho pocket builds looks to be very good. It was the same last game. They got a massive lead just from the opening, the pockets. Wait, Teal went up to feudal age without loom. He's just doing loom now.
Oh gosh. Oh, your pocket, right?
Yeah, but still. Double
You
range
need
as well.
loom for the pocket. So what time are you at now? Because I'm at 14 minutes.
Oh, I was at 13:45.
All right,
You-
let me
you just-
pause for a second.
Wait, did you pause?
Yeah, I paused at 14.
Alright. I'm at 14 as well now.
All right, so we'll do 3, 2, 1, go.
Alright. We have a stable into double range for Grey. And doing some work here. There seems to have been some lost villagers for Orange on the back of the woodland there. At least one dead villager. As Orange has made 8 archers now. So it looks like both flanks on Riho are making units now, so that's good. But using them defensively though, which is good for Grey.
Yeah, and right now 2 archery ranges for our Cyan player here in the pocket as the Vietnamese. Just gonna look to maybe go up and go for crossbows. I don't see any feudal archers being trained.
It was interesting. Immortal, like the Teal Cyan player, he had 790 food. Instead of just waiting to go castle age, he queued up another villager. So again, it's a super late castle age. Like the other pockets are already in the castle age, building the extra second town center and making knights. And Teal just now is clicking to the castle age. 3rd range as well, and now archer production has begun. So there's still some catch up to play here, and it's dangerous to go full this heavy into archers against the 2 Persian players.
Yeah, and the builds were definitely cleaner for Riho up here in the north. Those Persian TCs are going to kick in pretty soon, and we should have some really nice, I guess, probably like one stable play into a boom into more of an Imperial Age push like we saw last game, but they should have a great eco for it.
Could be. We have green player now, finds the castle age, dropping that castle, so it will be castles at least before town centers for the time being. And yeah, we're gonna see unique unit Genoese crossbowmen from the pocket. We don't see that very often, so I'm excited to see how it's gonna play out. On the left side we have the blue immortal player dropping a tower, so they know how to bug out the Riho AI. Oh, but the right
there
side
you go,
though.
right on cue. Riho, the orange player chatting about the towers.
Yeah, microing under the TC even. But yeah, he did deny the first tower from Grey there. Picking off a villager as well. With support from the purple knights. Looks like Grey is in
Grey had
trouble here.
Grey had a nice raid on orange though. Got a couple of vills and delayed that market at the top of the woodline there. So both these players taking a bit of damage on this right flank.
Yeah, a lot of idle time here now for Grey. Oh, fight up the hill. Grey has that's beautiful micro orange, or like targeting here. And the orange, purple knights are on the woodline for Grey on the right side as well. On the left, we have blue being pushed by knights and archers. Riho is putting on the pressure right now. The pockets for Immortal are nowhere to be seen.
Yeah, and like we said, we were kind of questioning those archer builds or that Genoese crossbow build from the pocket. And the knights have just gotten out so much faster. And they're applying a ton of pressure to the flanks right now.
Yeah, again, we're in a situation where I would say this is looking very, very good for Riho. We just have to see how the transitions are. But yeah, now we have a lot of teal archers though on the field as well. But archers against archers, he has no cast edge upgrades except Bodkin arrow, right? Crossbow upgrade is missing. He's just going fuel edge archers with Bodkin right now.
Oh, he does have some knight support at least. Maybe they can kind of sandwich those teal archers between their two armies here.
Oh, those are Persian knights as well with +2 attack, but luckily they have no upgrades here. For some reason, orange and purple decided to back off there. I guess they are giving respect to that Balkan arrow from the art. Teal is even going second +2 armor before crossbowman. Now that's an interesting choice.
Yeah, that's weird, especially against the knights.
Yeah.
Because you really want to be able to take out the knights before they close the distance.
Oh, that's hard. Those when the Riho does the double or triple kill, it's so satisfying. Disgusting micro.
Even microing down the scout next to the archers too.
I wonder if Riho is suffering due to the pathing. They're only archer players, right? They play only archers, the flanks.
Yeah, that's a good question.
Does the AI suffer to pathing like us humans?
I think so. If it's trying to use formations, it should.
Yeah. Green player now adding a third town center. Economy is getting up there. He has a lot of Genovese crossbowmen forward in red space, now falling back to try and help deal with yellow. But we're again in a situation where both the pocket players of Immortals have a massive economy lead. So if Immortal pulls this back once again, then I mean I'm gonna be curious to see where they do the turn. Because right now it's looking really rough for Immortal.
Yeah, now Riho on the left is looking to push green, but that castle might be a pretty good defense. A lot of those knights are just going to run right into the Genoese crossbows there.
And there you see the bonus damage of Genoese. They have how much bonus damage? 5 bonus damage against cavalry.
+5.
They absolutely melt them. But yeah, red and yellow doing some damage now to the pocket players. So we didn't see much of this earlier in the previous game, but now we have the pockets being under attack as well in the castle age. We still have blues men at arms, by the way, running around yellow's base. I'd love to see that.
Oh, they're getting attacked by a tiger there.
Yeah, indeed.
Oh, the tiger might get a kill.
Tiger watch. Sorry, I'm just watching the tiger now until I know if it gets a kill.
It's close. I think sometimes tigers. Oh, he gets it.
Oh, yes. Kill! Tiger MVP. It's gonna probably die to the TC fire though, but yeah. Nice. That's where the focus should be. Teal with a very ambitious town center in the middle of the map towards the enemies, kind of. So we see more filthy, disgusting micro from both teams here. But Riho, they have a massive lead. Over 50 more villagers and similar military count. This
And it feels like they should be really far ahead at this point.
Indeed. We have purple even on the way to the Imperial Age now, as Grey has just clicked to Castle Age. Purple is on the way to Imperial Age.
And blue hasn't clicked castle yet.
Yeah, exactly. They have still players in the Feudal Age. Oof. Honestly, I don't see how Immortal comes back from this. This looks really, really in favor of
Riho, yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder if Immortal just doesn't recognize that it needs to fight off tigers, because now there's one tiger chasing a group of Genbo, and it's been chasing him all the way across into Yellow's base.
Well, some damage to Yellow. Yellow is not on the way to Imperial Age, so this will slow down that a little bit. I'm still worried though. Walls detected. Riho is not available to play against walls. I'm still just worried about, like, purple is in Imperial Age in 40 seconds. Blue is not in Castle Age yet, as you said earlier. How do they stop with Savar? Like, they don't have the units. Only green right now have units to stop the Savar. As we have red even, the flank, Mayan flank on Riho going to the Imperial Age as well.
Once again, though, we see this like woodline tower combination where red just doesn't know what to do to the crossbows. Again, that one tower just kind of picking them off, and he's not sure how to micro them.
And we also see again, ballistics being a very low priority upgrade, despite pretty much everyone in this game except the 2 pockets of Immortal Riho going range units. I think they should really try to make them do ballistics earlier, because that would have such a big impact. Although I guess AI would out-micro ballistics anyway, so maybe that's why they don't do it.
I feel like there are so many fights where the AIs just are deciding whether to go forward or go back that ballistics would help out a lot if you're shooting at those archers that are turning around.
I agree. Game is lagging. 199. Yeah, we have the Cavalier now in for purple. The last armor upgrade is coming in as well. Looking at his resources, Savar is still a bit away, but I mean, Cavalier with Imperial Age armor is still more than enough to absolutely dominate this game. As we have the orange player as well going to the Imperial Age, and we're gonna have 3 Imperial Age players from Riho, while all Immortal players are stuck in the Castle Age.
Purple kind of not figuring out where to attack, though. I feel like Purple doesn't realize how big of an advantage it has right now. Like, all those Cavaliers could just be in Gray's base right now. They could just be in Cyan's base right now. They could be doing a lot of damage. But they're going back. A lot of them are just turning around, heading right back, gathering up underneath that TC in the middle of its base.
Yeah, we have Red now doing ballistics. It feels like it's a thing that they have coded into their transition to Imperial Age. It was the same last game where once they went to Imp, that's when they wanted to do ballistics. So Arbalest and Bracer, and we have Savar now for purple. How can Immortal possibly come back from this? I wonder if the Civ matchup is a bit like Italians could have still gone Knights fine. I'm not sure if that's like hard-coded that Italian pocket will go Genoese, or a Teal Vietnamese. Oh, you have Archer bonus, so you make Archers, right? They could have played Knights still. They could have played Cav Archers. I'm not sure how much of that is hard-coded, how much of that is left into the AI to just figure out on a whim.
That's going to depend on the AI script. They can decide to go for different unit comps in different situations, but it depends on how much they actually put work into coding the different strategies.
Yeah. Trade as well, starting usually in the transition towards the Imperial Age, so both teams are trying to set trade. Beautiful.
All the way in the north, right against the edge for purple.
And then we have Gray on the other side, like kind of randomly in the middle of the corner.
The doubt markets.
Yeah, exactly. Imperial Age is on the way for Teal, so the Teal player will be in Imperial Age. He's doing a nice cast as well towards the front. It's not on a hill though, so I don't appreciate that, but Purple is about to have Savar, and the castle is denied. This is brutal, and those Arbalests from Red are just keeping Blue under so much control on the left side. Population situation is 100 more for Riho. I feel like we're gonna have another upset.
Imperial Age versus all castle.
Mm-hmm. By the way, I think I was mistaken. I think I said it was a best of 7, but it was a best of 9, I think, the final.
Oh, yes, it's a best of 9.
Yeah, best of 9, so apologies, guys. Misinformation. It is a best of 9. Rams coming from purple as well. Again, the home base seed workshops, like we saw last game as well. Rams moving slowly across the maps. Another caster from green. Genoese production is continuing. But yeah, those red Arbalists just, they cannot deal with them, and not a castle in Nile and Riho. In full cruise control here. The game is lagging once again.
I'm kind of worried maybe purple didn't do enough damage early on, though. Still, he's hitting 1 TC and denying the castle, but the bulk of this eco from the Cyan player is still working. He's on 130 vills. It's not like he's really been killed by the earlier imp time.
Yeah, village account seems quite healthy still for Immortal, but yeah, my concern is still the technology disadvantage, right? Both flanks are hard stuck in Castle Age. Green finally now on the way to Imperial Age himself, but yeah, it is so much uphill here for them, no matter how you look at it.
Oh, and here comes that castle push again from the orange player on the right.
Oh yes, in the line. Come on, third castle right below it. Let's do it. How much stone does he have? 300. I'm waiting for that 650 stone. Red has not gone for a castle push though. He's building up trebuchets, so maybe once he has like 3 or 4 traps, we'll see a continued castle push.
And any type of push right now would just kill blue. Maybe a bit of a mistake to wait for all those trebs when you have such an army advantage and could just be taking out those TCs right now. But there's the next castle from red. Red on that hill too.
Ah, yes. That's beautiful. It doesn't matter. Gray is getting erased from the map. I mean, he still has a somewhat... Actually, no, I was about to say has a healthy population, but he's down to 49 villagers and 1 army. I like that he's trading, though, behind that, so that's pretty cool. But Gray is in big trouble and looks like he's pretty much in a checkmate situation here. Oh, yes, the next castle! Let's go! Still, that counts as in the line.
Hill too.
Yeah, perfect. Perfect castle. Savar now from yellow as well, so double Savar play against, well, Castle Age players. Not a healthy situation to be in.
Yeah, still 100 vil difference between the teams. And oh, green is slinging. I'm seeing he says send wood to ally. Same thing with cyan.
Yeah, we have purple slinging a lot here, both purple and. Oh, blue is even slinging with attacks. Most of the other players did not sling until they had the upgrades, but yeah, Immortals are slinging without with paying tax, so that's interesting.
Now we're seeing the Genbo and the monks come from our green pocket, and he's trying to save his flank here. And well, right now we do have basically just Savara's running into Genbos, and I don't know, it feels like green somehow is cleaning this up.
Yeah, as long as he's only fighting the Savar, it's easy cleanup, right? Because they have so much bonus damage against the cavalry. But yeah, the red castle push continues. Trebs move forward, and as soon as the Arbalists get involved in the actual fight, then the Genoese crossbowmen won't be that good anymore. Oh, look at orange with another castle. Love it. Absolutely love it. On the hill. Beautiful castle. Gray, 36 villagers. Travis, I think we have reached the point where we can speed this bad boy up a little bit. The Genoese now are, I mean, they're still doing a great job microing here, but they are losing numbers as well here to the mass Savar. I mean, still, massive cleanup here for the Genoese. And we see the green player catching up so much in score because he's getting so many Savar kills here.
Oh, red, just stacking more castles over on the left. He's going to have 3 castles in the same spot.
Gotta love that. Orange also added another castle forward in the line. Man, the orange castle, like we were talking about the red castle push. Oh, another one for red! Yes! But the orange castle push is also really sweet, right? We have 10 castles now in a line. But yeah, red. At this point, this is only styling. Like he's just styling on it. What possible reason could it be to build? How many castles is it even? 8 castles in the same spot. 10 more stone for red. 660. Where does it go? Where's the castle? Yes.
Yeah, and they have cleaned most of the other castles on the map. I feel like something maybe a bit more intelligent to do is like maybe look at enemy castle locations, and if you feel like you have the advantage, then like put your castles near them. Maybe not as near as Riho did in that first game where he sent all the hills underneath an enemy castle.
And before it ended, we still got to see red place another castle foundation. And I am very happy about that.
This was... Now remember, as I said, going into this, Immortal won 4-0 in the previous set and had not lost the entire tournament. And this is Riho coming up from the losers bracket, now wins 5-2.
Damn! So Immortal is slapping everyone around in the bracket until the finals, just for Riho to make a big comeback. That's sick. And you said Riho lost 4-0 in their facing in the winners bracket.
Yep.
Immortals are chokers. Sick. I mean, it's interesting to see how the AIs are developing though, right? This AI level still... Like, certain aspects obviously are like absolute world-class top tier. Even humans cannot reproduce certain moments in the games. But yeah, generally speaking, the reactions obviously to like 2 scouts, low HP scouts coming in under a tower, and then your garrisoning 5 villas and sending 17 villas to hide in the town center. Things like that, obviously a human wouldn't do. So there's still those weaknesses in the AI. But it's still cool to see the AI being developed so much. And yeah, we have Riho holding the title, I guess, as the best AI in the game. It's a fairly decent level. I'm not sure if you would guess any elo for Riho if they were to play ladder, for example.
I was told they had tested against different players and were around 1250.
1250 elo. That's probably better than half of my chat. So I would say Riho doing a very good job. They're doing this every year, right? There's multiple tournaments every year for AI. and there's an active community coding and improving the AI all the time, they should try and make them as mods as well if possible, because it would unlock so many more people to actually play them, right? All right, T-West, it was a pleasure.
Right.
Thank you for joining me in this.
All right. Well, I'll talk to you later, Viper.
Yeah.
Hope we'll do one of these again soon.
I hope to do this every
Have
year,
a nice
right?
day.
Makes sense. All right, take care, man. See you. And now that we have watched them play, how about we play against them?